This is your hometown station, WDBJ7, in high definition. News 7 at 11 starts right now.
My heart goes out to the parents and anybody that lost a loved one in that scenario. It's something that's just an absolute tragedy and shouldn't happen again.
The online gun dealer who sold the Virginia Tech shooter one of his guns spoke on campus tonight. Good evening, I'm Natasha Ryan. Some call his visit offensive. Others say it's about saving lives. Eric Thompson came to Virginia Tech as part of a campaign pushing for concealed weapons on campus. News 7's Justin McLeod was at tonight's forum. He is joining us live from our Blacksburg bureau. So, Justin, were there any problems at the event?
No, Natasha, there were no incidents. In fact, it was pretty peaceful, and that may be because of the format. Those attending couldn't just ask a question. They first had to write it down. Now, about 50 people showed up tonight, and it was mainly a friendly audience. Eric Thompson spoke for about a half hour, and he told the crowd he was shocked and saddened that Cho bought one of the guns through his website. Thompson says he came to Virginia Tech to help people protect themselves and hopefully provide the tools to prevent another tragedy.
There's people right now that are preparing to come into a classroom and kill as many people as possible and then kill themselves before police officers can arrive. It's happening right now.
Thompson concedes his visit is controversial and some believe is offensive, but he says his heart goes out to the victims' families from April 16th. Students we talked to either supported Thompson's visit or were strongly against it.
It is offensive. I think especially since his company is the one that was distributing the guns that were responsible for the two biggest campus deaths in the last decade or what in the history of the United States. That is absolutely offensive.
I'm perfectly aware of families and friends of the victims who are offended, and I think that if they took a minute to, kind of listen to his story, that's why we opened this up tonight, so that people can come and hear why he's here and what he's about. I think if they take a minute to listen to his story, then they'll have a better understanding of who he is.
Pretty strong opinions, but again, there were no outbursts at tonight's forum. There was, however, plenty of security. Officers were placed at every entrance, inside and outside the building, and when the forum was over, 2 officers quickly escorted Thompson out of the room. Now, as many of you probably heard, the Wisconsin gun dealer has agreed to sell his guns at cost for the next 2 weeks. Natasha, when asked at the forum tonight whether that was a publicity stunt, Thompson said no. In fact, he believes he will lose thousands of dollars from it.
Now, Justin, a lot of people were expecting a strong reaction. Was it a surprise that it was so peaceful? What was it like, the reaction there about that?
Well, to be honest with you, as I said, there was about 50 people there. I wouldn't say that there was either way. It was very peaceful. There wasn't any outbursts, as we mentioned. And again, that is because of the format. People weren't just freely able to ask a question. They first had to write it down and then pass it in.
All right. Thanks, Justin.